Hello, I'm Emma Devine and I work with Usborne Children's Books. And I wanted to come along to your assembly today to tell you a little bit about a reading challenge that you're going to be taking part in over the Easter holidays. Unfortunately, I couldn't make it, so I asked your teachers if instead I could come and do a video just to explain a little bit about the challenge that you're going to be taking part in, and also to show you some of the lovely books that my company, Usborne Books, which I work for, some of the books that they do. And hopefully if you do really well in your reading challenge, you'll be able to get lots and lots of these books for your school. So basically, if you're up for the challenge, for 7 days over the 2-week Easter holidays, you need to read as much as you can in that day and write down what you've read. You'll get a log sheet to go home with you. So basically, however minutes you've read for those 7 days, you need to write it down and your parent needs to put their signature next to it. It doesn't just have to be books. Hopefully you'll have lots of books at home that you can read and you'll have reading books to take home from school. But it can also be other things. It can be comics, it can be magazines, it can be instructions. If you're playing a game or something and you have to read the instructions, then that's reading, so write that down. It can be a recipe. If you're doing some baking, then you're reading the recipe, then you can write that down as minutes. So there's lots of different ways. Even if you sat eating your breakfast and you're reading the back of the cereal packet, that's reading, so you can log all that down. So for 7 days out of the 2 weeks, as much as you can, and then you've got a log form to fill that out. So that's your challenge. You also will get a sponsorship form that come home with you. So what you can do is you can ask your mum and dad, your grandmas, your granddads, your aunties, your uncles, if they can sponsor you for taking part in your reading challenge. And the money that you raise will go to buying these lovely books for your school. So hopefully if we do well, you get lots and lots of books for your school to enjoy in school. I've worked out you don't need to raise very much. Even if everybody in your school raises £2 from asking your mums and your dads and your grandmas, then that will end up as £1,000 that you'll have raised for your school. And then Usborne Books, which is a company I work for, will give you up to 60% extra in free books. So even if everyone raised £2 each, you would end up with £1,600 to spend on all these beautiful books, which would be amazing. I've also got 2 prizes to give away. I've got a book to give away to whoever reads the most minutes. So when those forms come back into school, whoever's read the most in those 7 days will get a prize. And there's also a prize for whoever raises the most sponsorship. So ask lots and lots of people if you can sponsor you for doing it. Whoever raises the most will get a prize as well. So 2 prizes to give away, but everybody who takes part in this is going to get a certificate as well that you can take home and put up on your wall to show that you've taken part in an Usborne sponsored reading challenge. So that's the challenge. I'm looking forward to hearing how you've all got on with it. But I thought what I'd do is just show you some of the books that Usborne do, just so you got an idea of what it is that you're working towards. Now, Usborne Books, you've probably seen them. They have a little tiny balloon here in the top corner. So when you go home, if you look through some of your books, the ones that have got a little hot air balloon, they're Usborne Books. Now this is a bit of a baby book, so you might know these. That's not my books. We do 53 or 54 of these altogether now. This is Unicorn, but we have lots of different animals. So you might have read these when you were little, or your little brothers or sisters might read these. You probably recognise them. But these are that's not my books. So basically, some of the other, what we do, I'll just grab my catalogue. So Usborne do over 3,000 books altogether, and they go all the way from baby up to teenager, so up to teenager and young adult. Some of the things we do the wipe clean books. Don't know how well you can see that. Storybooks, reading books, older reading books for older children. And they're for older children as well. The light's not very good, so you might not be able to see that well. Beginners books, so we've got seasons, baby animals, dinosaurs, dictionaries, science books, books about London, books about Christmas. So there are literally over 3,000 of these different books that your school can choose from. So you can enjoy these books at school. Just to show you some while we're here, why do we need bees? Now this is one of my favourites, it's lovely. It teaches you all about bees. It's a lift the flap book, so you can lift some flaps as you're going along and learn a little bit about it. It tells you how bees make honey. It tells you where bees live. And it also tells you how we can help look after the bees that are around us. So that's a really nice one. Write your own mystery and ghost stories. This is perfect for children that maybe want to be an author or a writer when you grow up. If anybody wants to do that, because it talks you through how to write your own books. And we do adventure stories and just write your own stories. There's a few in these series, so these are very good. Step-by-step drawing people. If anybody likes drawing, this is brilliant because it shows you how to draw people. You've got how to draw a mermaid, how to draw a doll, how to draw a cowboy, how to draw a pirate captain, and it teaches you step by step how to draw some of these figures, so that's a really good one. What else have we got? I'll just show you a few because I know I haven't got too long. 100 things to know about food. This is really interesting. I really like this one. It's got loads of different facts. Honey lasts forever. You eat water as well as drinking it. The smell of bacon has saved lives. Ketchup is both solid and liquid. A single loaf of bread can take most of a year to make. There's some really interesting facts in there. So that's a lovely one. Stories of unicorns. If any of you are into unicorns, I know unicorns are very popular at the minute. This is 3 stories about unicorns. What are stars? So this is again for younger children. It teaches you all about the stars. And it's a lift the flap book. And that's a really lovely one to read. The Adventures of Robin Hood. We also do King Arthur and Dracula in this series. And these are comic style books. So if you maybe don't like reading lots and lots of words together, these are really good because they're more pictures. So if you read things like the Beano comic or the Simpsons or anything like that, it's a similar style to that, but they're really good stories. So they're quite popular. I'll just show you a couple more and then I'll go. Billy and the Mini Monsters. This is one of my favourites. This is a storybook about a boy who's got 4 monsters that come alive and get up to all sorts of mischief. Compton Balance, the most powerful boy in the universe. He leaves a cheese and pickled egg sandwich in his lunchbox for 13 weeks. Opens his lunchbox to find the sandwich has turned into a time machine. And he accidentally wipes out the dinosaurs with a packet of custard cream. So that's a really funny book. And again, that's quite sort of cartoon form for a lot of it. It's got lots of pictures in there. Nip Bone Pepper, which is a story about a ghost dog. Fairy Ponies, and we also do Fairy Unicorns. Again, that's a series and it's a storybook with some lovely pictures in there. Eddie Stone and the Epic Holiday Mashup. Again, that's for older children. So when Eddie Stone finds a pirate in his Grand's bath, his miserable summer holiday turns into a treasure hunt. Couple more, then I'll have to go. Short history of the world. So this tells you all about the world from prehistoric times all the way up to now. So if you're into your history, this is fascinating. Again, this is for the older children. The Hungry Donkey, Farmyard Tales. You might have heard these before. Poppy and Sam live on Apple Tree Farm. These are really popular ones. And on every page you've got a little yellow duck to look for. You might be able to see that's a little yellow duck on that page. Meet the Twitchers. This is a new one. I love this one. It's about 4 tiny toy rabbits who live inside a teacup house. They belong to a little girl called Stevie, and when Stevie's not looking, they come alive and get up to all sorts of adventures. So this is a lovely one. It's got some lovely pictures inside it, as you can see. Excuse me. Victorian House Picture Book. So if you've been learning about the Victorian times, maybe at school, this shows you all about the houses and how houses used to look a long time ago. So that's really interesting if you like your history again. One last one. Big Book of the Body. This is brilliant. I love these books about the body. So this is science-based. It's very interesting. It's all about your body, and it is a big book, as you can see. It's got big flaps that come out, and it shows you all the different parts of the body. So that's a really good book. So I'll leave it at that. But again, this is just a tiny sample of all the books we do, which are over 3,000. And hopefully, if you do really well in your challenge and read lots and raise lots of money, you'll have loads of these books to read and enjoy in school. So I'll leave it at that. Good luck with the challenge. I hope you do really well. And I've got these 2 prizes to give and also certificates for everybody who takes part. It's been lovely to meet you, and I'll hopefully see you soon.